Hello everybody, it's been a while. How are you guys? Happy Thursday. So today I am making my cauliflower chicken, my orange cauliflower chicken in a pineapple bowl. Yeah, hit me in my head. Anyway, so I will show you guys how I make it. There is no chicken in this recipe. It's strictly cauliflower that looks and kind of tastes like chicken. Cauliflower, you can make it taste like anything. So that's that. So first thing we want to do is we want to open the cauliflower up, and we want to make sure we clean it and cut it up. So first I cut all of the green leaves off the back. So I cut all of that off first, and then I just slice it down. I have them all cut up. And then you want to make sure you wash them off really good. Can you see? Can you see? All right. Some of them are still kind of big. And then some of them I break some pieces off because some of them are really big pieces. Sometimes it be stuff on the cauliflower and I'll be trying to get it off. My little helper didn't want to help me today, so I'm all alone. All right. So I have clean cauliflower. Mommy? Yes, ma'am. Go potty. All right. And the next step is to get the batter. So I batter my cauliflower and chickpea flour. So I get about 2 cups of chickpea flour. Maybe a cup and a half. Let's see. We'll do about a cup and a half. And you want to add your seasonings in there. So I have 5 seasonings. I like to use the pink Himalayan salt, pepper of course. I like Mrs. Dash Italian medley, onion powder, and garlic powder. Those are kind of like my main ingredients. And you season your flour. So once I add my seasonings, you just add some water to the flour. And you want to make sure that it's not too thick like dough and it's not too runny, because if it's too runny, then it won't stick. I'll show you the consistency. And as you are mixing up the flour, you should be able to smell your seasoning. And this flour is different than regular flour. Oops, I'm making a mess. All right. A little bit more. Because if it gets too thick, then you'll have too much dough on the cauliflower. And it'll be too doughy. And if it's too thin, you won't have enough dough on the cauliflower. All right. As soon as you put it in the grease, it will fall off. Okay. So periodically you may have to add extra water because after a while when this stuff sits, it starts to thicken up. But this is how you want it. Not too runny, not too thick. Ta-da! All right, so this is the second time that I'm making this. I wanted to make it first to make sure I didn't mess it up. So now I kind of know what I'm doing. All right. So for the oil that I use grapeseed oil. And you kind of want to get a little pan. And I will show you how much I put in there. Can you see? All right, just fill it up at the bottom just a little bit. All right, now we're back at it. Okay, we're gonna let that warm up, not too high because you don't want it to cook too fast. And while that's doing that, so I like red peppers and green peppers in my, not like a, I guess, no, it's not like a stir fry because I'm not doing all the stir fry stuff that I make. But I'm doing red pepper, green peppers, and pineapples with the cauliflower, chicken, and I'm trying to see an onion. That's what I'm missing. Our best friend, the onion. So I kind of want to get those cut up and we're going to sit those to the side. Okay, so we have all of the red peppers, bell peppers, and onions cut up. And the butter is ready for us. So I add the onions, red peppers, bell peppers to the skillet. I put a little bit of seasoning on there and just let them cook for a few, but you don't want to overcook them. And at the last minute, you kind of want to add your pineapple. So we're going to let that sit for a minute. Keep stirring it. And our grease for our cauliflower should be ready. All right. So I'm going to add a little bit more water to the cauliflower stuff because it's been sitting. It got kind of thick on me. All right. So what you want to do, you just want to drop. There we go. You just want to drop the cauliflower in there. Stir it up. Just cover it up. Yes, sweetie.
Why are you talking by yourself?
No, I'm doing a video. You didn't want to do a video with me.
But I'm not crying anymore. Can I do a video with
You got to put some clothes on. So you just drop it and see, this is what it looks like. And just drop it in the oil.
Mommy? Mommy? Mommy?
Yes, ma'am.
Today is no pool today.
No, it's no pool today.
Yeah, so my body keep hurting.
Why does your body keep hurting?
Cause
then you add some more. Cover that up. And you just stir them in there.
Oh. Mommy, this is the wrong way.
Yeah, that is the wrong way.
Can you show me?
And let me show you. So this is what they look like. And then that's cooking a little bit over there. So we want to keep an eye on that. And then prep to get the rice ready. All right, so you see how they cook? Kind of like chicken bites. And then I prepped my rice. I cleaned my rice, rinsed it off. So we're just gonna sit that to the side. Well, actually I need to get some water. But
Some water in there? This is good.
so I got the rice. The water came to a boil. The type of rice that I use white rice. And I use wild rice. I like to mix it together because the wild rice has a lot of nutrients in it, and the white rice pretty much doesn't have anything. But I kind of like the taste. So to kind of make my meals a little bit nutritional, I add the wild rice to give it nutrients to it. But we're still cooking. So this is what they look like after they're done. So we're still cooking. And while I'm waiting, I can prep for my sauce. All right, so I got a mess going on in the kitchen here. Still got my cauliflower cooking, and I put together some of the ingredients for my sauce. So this is orange, like chicken flavor. So it's like orange chicken sauce. So I just used orange juice, regular orange juice, a cup of that, a half a cup of sugar. This is the sugar that I use. 2 tablespoons of, the recipe says soy sauce, but I don't do soy, so I use coconut aminos in its place. 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, and I'll show you the rice vinegar. And a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger and onion powder, and then you use the zest of an orange. So I'll show you what a zest is. So the zest is just, you just grate the outside and you put it in there, so it gives it kind of that orange taste. And you grate it so you see the bottom. See? So you don't do the whole orange. I just do some of it. Okay, so that's good enough. And you just push it in there. And I'm gonna juice this bad boy tomorrow anyway, so it really doesn't matter. And then I'm gonna stir it. And then I'm gonna put it on the stove just to let it simmer a little bit, because I noticed when you let the sauces cook, they taste different and they taste better. So yeah, and I want to let some of the zest cook because there's still some flakes in there. So this is what it looks like. Not that good. Let it cook for a minute. All right, I got a lot going on over here. So I got my sauce cooking. And then I added the pineapples onto the vegetables. So I want to let that cook just a little bit. You don't want the pineapples to be soggy. So we're going to let that cook just a little bit. And this is the last batch of the cauliflower. That should be ready. The rice is done. And then we have the pineapple. So that pineapple, I cut it in half. So I used the pineapple cutter, which, where is it? And it has a top on the top. So I cut the top of the pineapple off. I stick this down in the pineapple. It has a black knob on it. And I just turn it and I cut the center of the pineapple out. And once the center is out of the pineapple, I cut it down in half. And I like to eat the outside of it because for me, this is the most sweetest part of the pineapple, the outside of it. This is Ocean's plate. My pineapple wasn't so pretty, so I threw it out. The other half, it had a black spot in the middle of it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this to Ocean and let her enjoy her pineapple bowl so she can eat the outsides of it because she loves pineapples. So once all of this stuff gets done, I'm basically just going to put it on top. So I'll show you the finished product. And here is the finished product. This is Ocean's plate. Let me get her fork. She doesn't like the sauce on hers, so I just do hers plain. But this is the finished product. Cauliflower, orange, chicken, and a pineapple bowl.